Hi, my name is Hal Naylor. I'm going to talk a little bit about credit and why credit is important. Just a quick introduction. I've been working in the financial industry for 6 years now. I've held various roles from entry-level teller positions to training positions where I actually created a training program to management positions. And now I am a senior financial service representative. So a big part of what I get to do every day is look at people's finances and look for ways where I can save them money. And that oftentimes deals with their credit reports and their credit score. So I was going to tell you a little bit today about credit and why it's important, what you can do to build credit, what you can do to fix your credit, and what you can do to maintain your credit. So first thing, what is a FICO score? We hear that a lot. Raise your FICO score, improve your FICO score, build your FICO score. What your FICO score is, it's really an algorithm of how you manage your debts, what kind of debts you have, how well you pay them, and it takes all of that and it puts it into a number. And your FICO score can range anywhere from 350 points, which is really, really bad, to 850 points, which is perfect credit. I've been dealing with people's credit for 6 years, and I think the highest score I've ever seen is 849. I've never seen the perfect 850. But good credit starts at 650, a score of 650, and it can go up or down from there. Anywhere between 650 to 700 is good credit. Anything between 700 and above is great credit. So if you're below 650, I'll talk a little bit about how you can improve that. But that is your FICO score. It's a number that lenders use to determine your ability and your intent to repay loans and how much of a risk you are for them to give you money. So there's 5 things that make up your credit score. They are your, anytime you apply for new credit, how many inquiries you get. So if you're applying for lots of credit, lots of loans, credit cards, car loans, things like that at different places, every time you apply for credit, that lowers your credit score a little bit. And how much it lowers it depends on how long you've had credit, the strength of your credit, how good your FICO score is, things like that. So there's no specific number, but it really depends on your history. The second thing that makes up your credit is your length of credit, how long you've had credit for, how long you've had a credit card, how long you've had a car loan, when did you first start credit, how many years is your oldest line of credit. So your length of credit makes up 15% of your credit score, and how many inquiries you get makes up about 10% of your credit score. The next thing that factors into your credit score is your credit mix, and that's 10%. So the diversity of lines you have, how many different lines of credit do you have? Do you have credit cards, car loans, a mortgage, student loans, or do you just have credit cards? Have you only ever had personal loans? Have you only ever had car loans? So that makes 10% of your credit score. 35%, which is the greatest chunk of what makes up your credit score, is your payment history, paying your bills on time, not having late payments. That makes up 35%, which is the biggest chunk. The next biggest chunk is your credit utilization limit, which is how much of your credit cards that you could spend are you spending. Best thing to do is you don't want to spend 50% you don't want to spend more than 50% of what you could spend on your credit cards. So example, let's say you have a $10,000 credit card. At the end of each month, financial institutions report to the credit bureau, be it Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. They report of that $10,000 credit card, how much are you spending? How much of a balance did you carry at the end of the month? If that balance is 50% of your limit, if it's more than 50% of your limit, your credit score will actually go down. If it's less than 50% of your limit, your credit score will go up. Best case scenario, you want to keep that under 30% or at 0. Some places will tell you got to carry a balance in order to build credit. You do not. That's absolutely false. As long as you're using your card, your institution will report to the credit bureau, hey, they used their card this month, but guess what? Their balances, they paid it off. They're doing great. Your credit score will go up. Or they'll say, hey, your bank will say, hey, to the credit bureau, they use their card a lot this month. Here's their balance. It's really high, and your score will go down. So managing your credit cards, it makes up 30% of your credit score. It's one of the biggest reasons why I see people who have never missed a payment in their life have terrible credit, because they carry high credit card balances. So keep those low. And in fact, that leads me to my next point of, if you have bad credit, what can you do? A lot of people come into me and they say, I've got bad credit. How can I improve it? I want to apply for a loan so that I can have something good reporting to my credit. The best way to build your credit is paying off any collections, any late pays, bringing them current, any high credit card balances, paying them down. The best thing you can do to repair your credit is fixing anything negative you have, reporting to it, not necessarily getting new loans. New loans help, they're great, but best way to repair it is paying off any delinquencies. If you have any bankruptcies, if you have any judgments, if you have any slow pays or late pays, if you have any high credit card balances, paying all that off or paying that down is the best way to build your credit. And then the last thing is there's two types of loans that you can get: revolving loans and secured loans. Secured loan would be something that is secured with property or a car loan. So that's secured because if you stop paying, the bank, they have something to secure their money with. They can take something from you. An unsecured debt or a revolving debt is something that if you don't pay on it, the bank can't collect from you. So that is like a credit card. Another type of unsecured debt is like a personal loan. If you stop paying on that, the bank can take it from you. So it's good when you're building credit to have a mix of secured debts, unsecured debts, and revolving debts, because that shows a lender that you can handle responsibility. You can handle being responsible on a loan, even if it means you stop paying, they can't take something from you. That's a good way to build trust with the bank, is paying back an unsecured debt. Shows them that you can handle that. And then in the future, they'll say, hey, you didn't have to pay us back on that. You paid us back. Well, yeah, we'll give you a car loan because that's secured. We trust you with something secured because you've shown us you can handle something that's unsecured. So that's a great way to help build credit, establish credit, and maintain good credit and a good relationship with your financial institution. So just wanted to recap on how important credit is. Credit really is the lifeblood of everything in the financial world. If you want to be seen as someone who's responsible, who's trustworthy, deserving of a loan or money from a bank or institution, then you need to have good credit. Otherwise, you're going to have higher interest rates, which means you're going to pay a lot more money for your loan compared to having good interest rates. And your monthly payments are going to be higher. And so just good credit is really important. It'll save you a lot of money, and it'll help give you an opportunity to, have your financial dreams be met. Buy a home, pay off your loans, be able to buy your favorite sports car or a motorcycle. So having good credit is really crucial in being able to establish financial security. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day.